Josh Freese playing drums.
Yeah.
It's like you've got some battery, some core of Nine Inch Nails in there playing on this stuff. So I mean, it's hard to not make that comparison. But I think it goes back to that whole, the big question: is it really? Can you really, without Slash, can you really count it as GNR?
Right, but it's still interesting to hear what you said. It would have been so much better. It would have been so much better if it had been like a different band, like Audio Slave, or like Axl's new vehicle or something. Just try not to hold on to what was, because I think that's one of the things. I mean, like look in Stabbing Westward, right? We have Stabbing Westward, and then when we broke up, Christopher formed The Dreaming, which was based on everything Stabbing Westward was, but it had a different collection of musicians that kind of gave it its own element. But he didn't call it Stabbing Westward. This was something new. This was this collection of music. And then when I came back in the fold, because Christopher and I patched up whatever falling out we had, and then we did a Dreaming record, it ended up sounding a lot more like Stabbing Westward. And then these things kind of came our way where like we could do a Stabbing Westward. It's like, all right, so let's see if we can't put that Stabbing Westward thing back together. Since he and I started the band in the 80s, we pretty much were that band. And then of course we became with everybody was in the band in the 90s, in the 90s when we had Jim on bass and Andy on drums and Mark on guitar. Everybody contributed to create the sound that was Stabbing Westward, but it all was the genesis from Christopher and I back in the 80s. And so when we put that back together, it's like, all right, now this is Stabbing Westward. And so when we do like the new record Chasing Ghosts, it's who he and I are, which goes back throughout the entire thread of Stabbing Westward. But The Dreaming was a different project. I think it would have been easier to accept had Axl have done, this is my Dreaming, my other project. A lot of people agree with you.